seems like everyone running for office always tells us what they will do, but do this or do that. And it all sounds really good. I'm more impressed by what type of a background you've had in whatever you might have done, if it's been something in government or what have you like that. What has been your record to prove to us the conservative vote and actions that you'll take as a as a Texas representative?
I served this community 4 years on the Commissioner's Court. I have a record that all of you can research. Every vote that I ever cast on the court is recorded in the minutes of the Commissioner's Court. From the very beginning, the very first year I was on the court, there was an effort made to hire 25 new employees for Lubbock County. I was responsible for ending that discussion about hiring 25 new people because I knew that in about another 6 years we were going to have to staff a brand new county jail. And my argument to the commissioners is that we cannot be this irresponsible. We cannot hire these numbers of people for the other departments when we know that in a few years we're going to have to hire several hundred to staff the new jail. So we have to tighten our belts somewhere, and this is the place to begin. I was successful. And if you would look at the county budget, you will see that in 2005 there were 0 new positions in Lubbock County. Another thing that I did is to show that I am a conservative is I voted against every single pay raise every time it was proposed. When the commissioners, when the court outvoted me and they allowed the pay raise to go through, I did not accept my pay raise. I gave all of it, 100% of it, to charity, because I believe that it is wrong for somebody who is earning such a good salary to be giving themselves a pay raise that is higher than what business people and work hourly employees and those that are on salary are earning in the civilian community. And the argument was always, well, it's just a little bit, it's not that much. Well, if you compare it to the working families, it's a lot. So those were 2, and I could tell you at least half a dozen more.
I've never held elected office, but what I can tell you that I will use to determine whether or not, or how to vote on a subject is it going to give us more freedom, or is it going to take freedom away? Is it going to give us more liberty, or is it going to take liberty away? Is it going to raise taxes, or is it going to lower taxes? And you can probably tell by my discussion so far tonight, I'm for more liberty, more freedom, and lower taxes. So that's how I'll vote.
Having served on the school board, I guess the record there from 94 to 2007, you can look at the tax rates. They ebbed and flowed. The first year I was there, we lowered taxes. That's unbelievable for a school district, probably. Then we went over the course of the next 12 to 13 years, we had $150 million in bond packages that were approved overwhelmingly by the citizens of Lubbock. And some of the manifestations of those bond packages at a minimal, I think there was probably on average a penny or 2 tax increase, and really we were able to manage our debt service and not incur additional debt service or additional pennies on the tax roll to service the debt. The Byron Martin Advanced Training Center, Advanced Technology Center may be the keystone of things, one of the things I'm most proud of, because it recognized the trade value and the trade education for students who might not be inclined to go to college. And the manifestation of that has been, I think, some children who were able to get out of high school and have really good paying jobs, and we were able to give them the technical skills and training to do that. With regard to my service on the Board of Regents, we we were the only university in the state, public university, to hold the line on tuition. We did not raise tuition one year. And I'm pretty proud of that, because we just about priced the middle class out of higher ed, the way it costs today. So we were hoping to get some credit from the legislature. You talk about making promises and seeing if they affect, and we got exactly 0 credit from the legislature for doing that. We were the only university that did that, and we received no benefit from it. So that was unfortunate and sad. But that's my record. You'll be able to tell. You can go online and see where I've been and what I've done with regard to school board and to the Board of Regents, and I hope you've seen some management ability there and willingness to do what's in the best interest of the university and the kids of the school district.
I can appreciate the fact that you're all for quality education. We're all for quality education. Everybody's for quality education. But I think one of the main problems is not so much with the teachers, but it's with the textbooks. And as a Christian, I'm highly offended at the direction that our textbooks are taking. And I'd like for you guys to take a stand. If one of you are elected, and one of you will be, Christian values are getting trampled. And to be honest with you, we're getting real tired of it. We're getting tired of the ACLU telling educators how they're going to run the school system. This is a Christian nation, and despite the fact that they're rewriting the textbooks and they're sanitizing them and they're taking all references to God out, they're trying to make us believe that our founding fathers weren't Christians, and that's not true. They're cramming evolution down our throat and won't have also presented their creationist value. These kids, they can understand themselves. They're smart enough to where they can look at evolution and they can look at the Christian side of it and make their own decisions. And they're also smart enough to know that if someone wants to give them a Bible in school, if they want to read that Bible, they can. But if they don't want to read the Bible, then that's okay. They don't have to take it. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about Christian values, and if you'll work toward Christian values to stop being trampled as they have been in the past.
I want to add something to what you just said. I'm a student at Texas Tech University. Both of my history classes that I've had, both of them have taught that the founding fathers are deists. And they were not, and our country was not founded on Christian principles, even in a conservative university like Texas Tech. I'd just like to add that on to his statement.
Let me take a quick stab at it. I think really the essence of what you're talking about is really dictated as much by, I think can be impacted most effectively by local control. You're talking about the social studies, the evolutionary, evolution versus natural selection and those types of things. And there's been a gradual deterioration. That's exactly right. He's exactly right. But where the rubber meets the road is if the authority is vested in the local school board, then you can make those types of selections. And I think there's enough wide-ranging alternatives. Let the particular communities decide which direction they want to go. There's a standard base of curriculum that must be taught. But beyond that, let's let the local communities, the local boards make those decisions as to how they want to handle those particular types of issues. And then the citizens can make their own decisions about what they want to do and who they want leading their district. But when we have a group in Austin that's never been out to Lubbock, that doesn't even know what the culture is or understand it, have the audacity to come and say, well, now we need to do this and we do that, and God needs to be taken out of the equation, that's foolishness. That's foolishness. We know what the Constitution was based on. It's basically religious freedom was the reason this country was created, was a response to overbearing religion and a decision to say we want to be free with how we want to worship our God. Pure and simple. So, local control, it's easy said, hard to do, but if we could allow the flexibility of the local boards to make those decisions, I think you'd see some dramatic effects.